New recording. Okay, I am live. Things. Okay, here we go. This is my first time doing this live on Instagram while also going live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, which I normally do these reports on. But I am noticing that a lot of people that I am connecting with, they are active on Instagram. And so I thought, why not at least try to involve my Instagram peeps in this important information? So what the basis of this live is that we are cosmic beings. We are beings of energy and light, and we're the stuff of stardust. And so what happens every so often is that as the planets move and transit and orbit, they activate certain gates in our human design, and they give us temporary access to different flavors of energy. So I tune in whenever as close to the start of the transit as possible so that you can have the information that you need to equip yourself and handle this energy. So without further ado, for my Instagram peeps, I will be screen sharing some of the things. So if you want to connect with me on like YouTube so that you can see some of those things, I am Diamond Drip Discussions on YouTube. But like I said, we're about to get into it. So we have right now activated gate 33 in our sun gate, and we have gate 19 activated in our earth, which is that balancing energy. So gate 33 is the gate of retreat or privacy, depending on which books you look at. And so this is the energy to kind of step back and integrate new experiences so that you can share those experiences with others. If you normally have this gate, you'll find that you need regular time alone to reflect on the past. And if you don't know whether you have gate 33 active on a regular basis, I highly encourage you to head to my website, Diamond Drip Discussion. Oh my gosh, what's my website? DiamondDripConsulting.com, because you scroll down a little bit and you'll be able to pull your free human design chart, and you'll be able to kind of track along with some of the things that I'm saying. So yes, if you normally have this gate, you'll find that you need a lot of time to kind of go into yourself, that retreat part, that privacy part, so that you can reflect on the past. This archetype is a wise storyteller who can share all aspects of the experience and show what people should learn from it. These people who normally have this gate, you're just getting a little taste of it with this transit. These people who normally have this gate can be talented speakers, writers, and teachers. And so I always like to talk about everything that gets activated in us. There's a vibration. We are vibrational beings. And so when we are living in the gift of this gate, you have the potential for great wisdom and being a great storyteller as they consistently seek alone time, i.e. retreat, for contemplation on past experiences. They're here to reveal secrets or lessons behind any experience to be shared with others. They have the capacity to become very influential as they get older. And so when we think about whether this shows up in the repressive versus the reactive shadow of this gate, we're looking at in the repressive, you kind of tend to retreat and stay hidden from the outside world. You might find it difficult to communicate with others and break silence. In the reactive, you seek to gain attention from others and provoke reactions so they don't feel alone. Forcefully point out negative patterns of others while pretending to help. So I invite you to contemplate, if you don't already have this energy activated in your gate, this gate 33, contemplate how this is showing up for you. Are you living in the gift? Are you living in the repressive? Are you living in the reactive? And if you are living in the shadow side of this gift, of this gate, then I encourage you to really take some time to reflect on these questions. And in addition to going live in these places, I also have a blog on my website, diamonddripconsulting.com, so that you can actually write some of these questions down, because I'm just kind of going to go through them just so that you have them. And then if you want to refer back to whatever questions I'm asking you, that's where they will be. So the first question is, how does this gift show up in my life? This being able to retreat and reflect on past experiences. The second question is, am I giving myself the space and time to retreat and reflect on my experiences and stories? And second part to that question is, am I isolating myself in retreat? So I invite you to reflect how you're experiencing this energy with this transit. The last question, of course, because we can't always stay hidden, we can't always keep our gifts and our stories to ourselves, is how do I find balance between getting out there, telling the stories, helping the collective, and also getting the time that you need to actually do the reflection and to see how this can help. So that is our sun. That is a very strong driving force for the next 6 days of this transit. We're going to get another one. And when that happens, I will be here with another report. Right now, we're going to move into the conscious earth gate. And so in the conscious earth gate, changing my notes here, in the conscious earth gate, we have gate 19. So this is the gate of approach or wanting. And so this energy desires and needs to be united. If you normally have this gate 19 activated in your chart, if you do not know if you have this gate activated in your chart, I strongly encourage you to head to my website, diamonddripconsulting.com, and pull your free chart. And I'm going to take the banner off of StreamYard so that can go away, or I'm not, because it's not going away. Okay. And so when we think about this gate 19, these are people whose material and emotional needs require successful integration and association with other people. And so these people create constant pressure on others to inform about the needs of their immediate environment or group. And it's funny with this gate, I was curious who in my life had this gate. And I looked at, for all intents and purposes, my mother-in-law, Taylor's grandmother. I looked at hers and I see this show up so much. Like, she's always like, because she has this gate lives in the root center, which is a pressure center. So it's a pressure to basically talk about the needs of the environment or the group. And so when I saw that she is one of the people who I know in my life who has this, she's always worried about something. And so back to the gate, it's thanks to this gate, they always ensure that their basic needs are met. So like I said, it's a pressure center. So think full refrigerator, a place to call home, and people to communicate with. Her sisters are very key instruments in her life to have that outlet, to make sure that at least her emotional needs are being met there, that she has this consistent relatability, even as a two-line. So let's get into the different vibrations of this. So how is this showing up for you as you navigate the energy of this being activated? So in the gift expression, there's a sensitivity and awareness of the wants and needs of others. You know what resources are needed for everyone to survive, thrive, and achieve their potential. Experiences a constant pressure to meet their own material needs as well. But be careful because we have the shadow side of this. And so I want to invite you to consider how this energy shows up if you are experiencing it in the shadow expression of this energy. So in the repressive, it's there's a codependent element in relationships, and they rely on others to have their needs and wants met. They fear being alone, and they do whatever it takes to get attention. In the reactive, there's a tendency to isolate themselves as an attempt to gain attention, yet feel angry when others don't offer help. Oh, this is interesting because I think I know which one it kind of shows up in. So when you are navigating in the shadow of this gate, I want you to consider how you can welcome the gift vibration of this. So I have 3 questions for you to contemplate. And again, I'm just going to go through them. If one really catches your attention, I invite you to contemplate that after I end this stream. But they will be on the blog, which will be published either today or tomorrow on the website, diamonddripconsulting.com. So, first question, am I emotionally present in my relationships? The second question is, do I expect my partners to just know what I want and need to be satisfied? I have to admit, I had an interesting conversation with my partner last night, and yeah, I'm a little guilty of this second one. So I have some reflection to do myself with this. The third question is, do I need to become more attuned to my own needs and ask for more of what I want and need? This is an interesting one because Taylor is 7, and I checked her chart. She doesn't already have this gate, but our children, when things become activated by the transits, they are like unfiltered expressions of how we are experiencing this energy. So this last one, she already asked for what she feels as though she wants and needs pretty regularly. So it'll be interesting how much more of that will be happening, if she'll tend to lean into the repressive or the reactive of this. So it'll be interesting. So if you have young children who do not necessarily have the emotional intelligence to tell us what is going on with them, I invite you to kind of watch and observe them, especially if you're tuning in to these transit reports, because they're going to be key indicators of what energy we're experiencing during this transit. They just can't help it. They just are. So yeah, those are the gates that are being activated during this transit. Of course, there are others, but I'm trying this thing where I don't fire hose with information, and I use a bunch of human design lingo if you're not familiar with it. So I am trying to focus on the most important of the transits, which are the sun and the earth gates, because we experience those very strongly. So gate 33, the gate of retreat, the gate of privacy, to reflect on past experiences so that we can share the lessons, the insights with the collective. That's in the throat. So if you have a undefined throat, so there's no color in your throat, you may experience some of the shadow sides of this. If you already have it activated, I invite you to see how this energy is really like amplified in you, because you already have the gate. I'm gonna, on StreamYard, just put the ticker down below. If you have not pulled your chart yet, I strongly encourage you to, because the information in your human design chart can be so imperative for using your energy more efficiently, making so much more aligned decisions based on your strategy and authority. And it helps you understand yourself, but also it helps you understand the people who are around you. I remember a few weeks ago, we had the gate of provocation active, and I was around a new couple who they were poking each other's buttons, boy. And I was just sitting there with like my completely open throat, like, oh my gosh, this is gonna end badly. But then like they were cool. It was just the energy that was in the air, and they got through it, communication and things like that. So yeah, we're at 15 minutes. I try to keep these short and sweet. This is the shortest and sweetest of the ones that I've done, so I'm actually really proud of myself. Yeah, thank you for sticking with me. This will be on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I don't know where it goes on Instagram. And then the reflection questions will be on my website, blog, diamonddripconsulting.com. Thank you. It happens on StreamYard. I don't know if it happens on the live here. Oh snap! How do you end lives on on LinkedIn, on Instagram?